million prescriptions a day are filled by retail pharmacies here in Florida, making it the third-ranked state in the nation. But as the number of prescriptions increases, so does the number of pharmacy errors. Tonight, I-Team investigator Adam Walser looks at how often mistakes are made and how some say a new proposed law could make the problem even bigger.
I'm sick. I'm sick.
Just before Thanksgiving, 9-week-old 9-pound Julian Cameron was diagnosed with RSV.
I've never seen a baby so sick. He just would cough and like gasp for air.
Julian was prescribed albuterol by his doctor. His mother, Anna Cameron, picked the medicine up from her pharmacy, took it home, and gave her son the dose listed on the label.
And I could tell he was just really jittery and antsy and hyper, and his little heart was beating really fast.
She repeated the process as prescribed. The next day, her pediatrician ordered a refill. Then the pharmacy called, telling her to stop giving it to him.
It's the wrong dosage, it's the wrong instructions. How many had I given him? Because, you know, it could be bad.
Julian had received 4 times the correct dose, which was potentially lethal over time.
This is the prescription they gave me. This is the one it should have been.
If you've ever worked in a pharmacy, you've made an error.
Bob Parado retired as a retail pharmacist and now as a consultant. He served 9 years on the Florida Board of Pharmacy and is past president of the Florida Pharmacy Association.
I've seen statistics where 99.91% of the prescriptions filled in the United States are correct. But what about that 0.09? That's 100% of you if it was one of yours.
More than 235 million prescriptions are filled by retail pharmacies in Florida each year. That's an average of 1 per month for every man, woman, and child. Using that error rate of 0.9%, that equates to almost 212,000 pharmacy mistakes, or an average of 580 a day.
There's a lot of errors made where complaints are never filed. They're handled right in the pharmacy.
And Parado says a lot of those issues involve prescriptions filled by pharmacy technicians who have only a fraction of the training required of pharmacists, but are allowed to perform almost all of the tasks.
How often do you catch those folks making mistakes?
Unfortunately, you know, a few times a day, once or twice a day.
Some pharmacies fill as many as 500 prescriptions a day, with a single pharmacist signing off on all of them. But the I-Team has discovered proposed state legislation could increase that workload by doubling the number of pharmacy techs allowed per pharmacist, from 3 to 6.
They should be looking at the safety of the patient. Should be the first concern.
Something Parado also knows from personal experience.
My wife had heart surgery. She was given the wrong prescriptions at discharge. They had the wrong patient. And if she'd have taken those medicines, she would have died.
In that kind of setting where you have to be so responsible for another human being, there should be double checks, triple checks.
The I-Team contacted the pharmacy. A spokesman said, quote, "We fully investigate each incident and make every effort to prevent it from occurring again."
Can you say hi?
But Cameron wants to share her story to remind others to double and triple check their prescriptions before taking them home.
I couldn't imagine the loss of a child for anyone.
We contacted the sponsor of the bill several days in a row, but she did not respond to our request for a comment. We did hear back from a spokesperson for a major retail pharmacy chain. He responded that the company supported the bill because it would allow pharmacists to spend more time with customers and to provide additional services. I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser, taking action for you.
If you have something you'd like to have Adam and the I-Team investigate, you can join them on Facebook or email them at iteam@abcactionnews.com.